You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who would argue that mortgage rates have had a big impact on housing affordability over the last few years. But there is hope on the horizon. Rates have actually started to come down recently, and they've also hit the lowest point we've seen in 2024. Take a look at this graph by Freddie Mac. And if you're thinking about buying a home, that may leave you wondering, how much lower are they going to go? Here's some information that can help you know what to expect and might help you make a good decision. Expert projections for mortgage rates. So right now we're seeing an overall downward trend, and we think that that will continue as long as inflation and the economy keeps cooling. But as new reports are coming out on these key indicators, there's going to be a lot of volatility here and there. We all know in an election year that we can expect that to happen. What you need to remember is that it's not wise to let those blips distract you from the larger trend. Rates are still down roughly a full percentage point from the recent peak in May. And the general consensus is that rates are in the low sixes are possible in the months ahead, and maybe even high fives. It just depends on what happens with the economy and what the Federal Reserve decides to do moving forward. The rumor is that they are going to drop them come September. But remember, the rate that they drop is not directly correlated with your mortgage rates, but the trend appears to be if they drop the prime rate, then the mortgage rates will follow. So a lot of experts that I keep track of are already starting to revise their 2024 mortgage rates forecast to be more optimistic that lower rates are ahead. Mortgage rates have been revised slightly lower as signals from the economy suggest that it will be appropriate to the Fed to begin its cut, to start cutting the rates in 2024. The yearly mortgage rate average forecast is down to 6.7, and it's been revised for the year end to be around 6.3%. So you want to know your numbers for mortgage rates. What does this mean for you and your plans to move forward with potentially buying a house or even selling? Because even though you might not be interested in buying, if you're interested in selling, you need to have buyers that are ready to move forward. If you've been holding out and waiting for rates to come down, know that it's already happening. You just have to decide based on the experts' projections and just your overall personal situation if it's right for you to sell or buy. The decline in mortgage rates does increase prospective homebuyers' purchasing power and should begin to pique their interest in making a move. As a next step, ask yourself, what number do I want to see rates hit before I'm ready to move? We have a lot of buyers on the sidelines right now, but you ask them what their number is, and it's really hard for them to say like, oh, when it's 5.9, I'm going to make a move, or if it's 6.25%. You just have to be ready whenever you are ready. You have to know your numbers. The exact percentage where you feel comfortable kicking off your search again is very personal. Once you have that number in mind, you don't need to follow the rates yourself and wait for it to become a reality. Connect with a local real estate professional like me if you're in the Austin, Texas area, and I'll help you stay up to date on what's happening and what is potentially going to happen. And more importantly, real estate is very hyper local, so it really depends on even very specific neighborhood what those prices are doing, if they're appreciating, decreasing, what percentage they've decreased over the last few months. So it's really important that you speak to a good real estate agent. I'm Nick Garcia with All City Real Estate. I'm a top producing agent here in the Austin, Texas area. I've been in Austin for over 13 years, and I take my duties as a realtor very seriously, and I enjoy educating my sellers and my buyers along the way. I hope you found something useful in today's video. Hit that like button and follow for more tips.